Hey everyone, Mark and Joey here on Saturday, and Saturday means one day from the best day of the week, and that's football Sunday. We get all the games in, and after another dud on Thursday night, other than it was exciting at the end, we're looking forward to Sunday football. We just did our full recap show, which is for our pool, so take a look at that. We're in a pool every week, and we were 9-5 last week, so good starting week. That's our pool one. So if you're in an office pool or whatever, you want to see how you can win, go to that video. This is specifically our bets that we're making this week. So now, just to make sure you understand what we do, we're betting by unit. So we're going to tell you the number of units we're betting. You can figure out how much you place on that unit. It could be $10, it could be $1,000. For us, it's $100. And but that way you can put your own measurements in there. We're going to give you the value with what our bets are going to be at $100 a unit. And hopefully we're going to have a big week. Last week, kind of a break-even week, which is good. We're parlay experts. That's the one thing you have to understand. We don't bet single games. Everything we do is a parlay. We're looking for big odds. The NFL is such parity these days. It's tough to pick one game and get even money and trying to beat the points. So we go for parlays. And Joey, we're looking for a big week this week, and I think you've got some great games.
Yeah, sorry for not posting. We got the under on Thursday night, so good start to week 2 already for us. Well, let's get into week 2, and I'm going to start actually with an over-under bet. And we didn't do this last week, but I thought to myself, I feel like early on there's definitely some ways I can look at it here. There's definitely some big-time defenses nowadays that have really shown their stuff, and it's very obvious to see. Like the Thursday night game, you just knew.
Under 50.
And by the way, the key to over-unders, too, is weather, guys. There was rain in that forecast. It clearly made a difference. They did not look very good. So when winter comes, too, check for when it snows in Buffalo. It's going to be under quite a bit. So stuff like that weighs into it. But I am doing an over-under one, so here we go.
And I must say, just so you know, when you're looking at over-unders, bet them early if you know weather's coming, because quite often the points get out early in the week, and they're much higher than they will be once the weather hits. But if you're looking at the forecast, you might be able to beat that weather and be able to get the odds, better odds.
I mean, even for regular points, I'm so mad I didn't get Cleveland at -2 before I heard Sam Donald had mono. I would have probably taken the -2 anyway, and I didn't get in there in time, and sure enough, it's -7. But anyways, be prepared, guys. Get early in the week, especially like I said, these over-unders. If you can predict weather as good as possible, take those chances. I think there's a lot of good opportunities. Anyways, Tennessee, Indianapolis, my first under. Indianapolis scored 24 points against a Chargers team that was up 24-9. So I don't see them scoring many points. Also, Tennessee was able to hold Cleveland, which is supposed to be a powerful offense, to very, very few points. Now, Tennessee put up a ton of points, but Colts defense is very, very good. I expect this game to be a little bit tighter. I don't see a blowout by Tennessee. I felt like that was eventually Cleveland giving in, going, oh my God. The defense has been on the field forever, so they got blown out. So, between these two defenses, between these two offenses, under should happen. So 43.5 points, guys. It's a little tight, but I like it. 21-17 is what I predict for this game. At the most, I could even see this 17-14. So under on this game, guys. Tennessee, Indy, good defenses. Not a lot of strength on the offensive side of the ball. Lots of running, by the way. Mack on Indianapolis and Henry on Tennessee. The running game wastes a lot of clock. So under on this one all the way for me. Okay, then we got New York Giants and Buffalo Bills, and we saw what the Bills were able to do to the Jets defense with Le'Veon Bell, with Sam Darnold, with some other good receivers out there, and they still couldn't put up more than 6 points.
I already predicted a 3-0 game.
Yeah.
Because Eli won't get
it. Right, with 4 turnovers by the Buffalo Bills, and they still could only put up 16 points. So, how much is the Giants going to put up? I agree with him. I don't think it'll be more than, I'll give him 10 at the most.
Unless they pull Eli.
Yes, but anyways. It's 44.5 points, guys. 100% under here. Even Buffalo can't score, 30 points themselves. So that means something like 17-10, 24-10, even 24-14. We're good in all those numbers. Even if you get 21-20.
This is definitely a game to watch on the highlight show Monday, so you'll have to see 3 good plays.
Right. So I'm all over the under here. I think it's great. We got one more here, real quick. Yeah. So that's under there. Buffalo, New York. I think that's a no-brainer, guys. And then the New Orleans Saints, Los Angeles Rams. It's 52 points. I'm going with the over. And I just want to see this scoreboard lit up like crazy. I just named 2 boring games that I hope to win and I won't watch. This one I want to tune in. I want to see the points go berserk here. I think they put in a thriller last year. I think they're going to continue that this year. Both teams, the Saints looked really ready. The LA Rams looked ready in the second half. I think they're both going to be prepared for week 2. I like the Saints, but I like the over.
I would predict here if there's such a thing of under 4 punts.
Oh my God. I think they'll just go nuts out there.
So we're looking forward to that. But what this does for you now when you're wagering one unit, because this is a tough 3-team parlay. for $595. So $100 for us, $595 on return. Whatever you bet per unit, you'll get that. You'll get that profit on your bet, whether that's $10 or $1,000, whatever you do. So there we are, a 1 unit bet, and it's bringing back 5.95 units and $595 for us.
Yes, exactly. I'm very excited for this one. I think it's a great way to look at it, especially in week 2 here when everyone's a little still getting used to the season.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go into my best 3 teams. This is going to be very exciting for me. I think it's a great week to take advantage of. I'm taking a couple teams that look good.
Well, we should have had it last week. Chargers fell asleep and cost.
Yeah, so Chargers should have won last week, guys. We had 2 out of the 3. The Chargers really should have won. If you did the 2-teamers, you would have got the 2. And then if you took it on regulation, not regulation, but just to win the game, you would have won something there too. And the underdogs, I was 1 for 1. So, we want to really hit on these ones, and hopefully we will. But when you do, it's going to be so much money. It's going to be so much fun. So let's start with this. I am going to go to Seattle Seahawks over Pittsburgh. And what I've learned over betting football is when they put 3 or 3.5, that's just for home field. So basically, this game is even, guys. And it is Seattle traveling to Pittsburgh. But Pittsburgh looked so awful week 1 against the Patriots. Seattle obviously didn't look great against Cincinnati. I felt, though, the defense looked good enough. And that's really going to be the important thing going to Pittsburgh. I think Seattle will put up enough points to win a game. But if Seattle's defense holds Pittsburgh to 20, Seattle should get that win. Pittsburgh's defense looks just as bad as years previous.
Yeah.
I know it's Tom Brady, New England Patriots, but Seattle's got some weapons. If they decide to use them, Seattle should win this game. So I'm going Seattle to win the game. I don't even need the 3.5. If you feel comfortable, take it, but I'm going to win the game. I think Seattle's all over this. I think Pittsburgh's in big trouble this season. I didn't like that week 1 start. Looked very out of sorts.
Yeah.
Seattle, though,
Seattle always looks ugly because of their game plan, but they get enough points because of that defense.
Both sides of that ball, man. That defense, though, I tell you, I mean, Ben Roethlisberger is in for a tough day.
Week,
so should be fun. Seattle, my home team, going to win the game. Take them at 3.5 if you want. That's first game of this 3-team parlay. Second team is Green Bay Packers, and right now, go in there as soon as you can. -3, you're getting even money on them at -3, so add them to this parlay. Green Bay will destroy Minnesota at home. That defense of Green Bay is now Aaron Rodgers' best friend. I tell you, he's going to buy them all cars because this team is what's going to get him.
He was not great in the first week. If it wasn't for their defense, they lose the Chicago.
Yeah, and this defense is going to get him in the playoffs and give him an opportunity for that second Super Bowl, 100%. Which you say, if you don't have more than Manny, you should quit. So he's going to need this. So
he needs this one back.
This defense of Green Bay is going to hold Minnesota, I don't think, to many points. I think they'll put up like 14-17, which will be pretty good in Lambeau Field, and then Aaron Rodgers is going to light it up against the Minnesota defense. So Green Bay -3, go get it right now, guys. Green Bay all the way at Lambeau. He doesn't lose there.
No, we're going to see points change. I think go higher.
In that defense, wow. Third team of this 3-team parlay, Los Angeles Chargers. Now, I talked about disrespect games, and both teams proved me right. Kansas City, I said, was disrespected by that 3.5-point spread against Jacksonville. I said Baltimore was disrespected against that spread against Miami. They both went out and crushed their teams. And looking for the Chargers to do this again. They should be feel disrespected because they're only 1.5-point favorites over the Detroit Lions, who are absolute bums, and gave up a big lead to Arizona Cardinals. And I don't give Kyler Murray any credit because it was against a horrible team, a horrible coach team, and obviously a team that let up. So the Chargers go in this game, feel disrespected, go blow them out, and be the third team in my parlay. I think the Chargers win this game handily. They were destroying the Colts until they got too big of a lead. They let back. I don't see this happening week 2. The offense looked ready to go. Do it again.
And they're not going to give it up. They learned from week 1.
They learned.
You can't blow a game like that. So I think that's a perfect one. So the way we look at this is we do 3 units. So again, $300 for us. That would return $2,600, give or take the odds you get. We also bet them as twosomes. So we take each of the twosomes within that as backup bets. We feel like there's no way we're going to lose more than 2 of the games in this setup. So if you take all the twosomes at 3 units per, okay, you're going to end up with $1,260 with one pair, $1,150 and $820. So if we all 3 win, we're talking about $3,700 profit. If not, we're covering our bets. Okay, so we've got 9 units. We got 12 units in the bets with this 3-team. And we would return those 12 units at almost all of the 2-team bets, except the one which would be close. So if we don't get the 3-bagger, we're covering some of our money and putting it back in bank. And as we talk about, when you're parlay players, putting money back in your bank is important because you got next week to blow it out if you get
Guys,
the chance.
I mean, this is like $6,000 if it all hits this week. So we're looking forward to that. Maybe exaggerating there, but I'm excited. But you know,
more like four, but
we'll take it. And guys, that is the point of parlays. You hang in there until you hit this week, and this week really makes a lot of weeks up for sure instead of just picking one game. So I love these three teams. I'm so excited. I think this is a great opportunity to jump on things early in the season before teams really identify themselves. So, you know, some big games out there. Teams I think that will win.
Don't forget our underdog bet. This is probably the easiest underdog bet we'll ever get. Last week we went with Tennessee and Atlanta to get big points, and Atlanta destroyed us. But
by the way,
this is a pretty good underdog bet.
I hate myself because we've said Tennessee was going to be Cleveland once I saw a schedule, because I just felt like Cleveland wouldn't be able to live up to week one. And we were so right, but I had to add stupid Atlanta to the underdog pick, and sure enough, Atlanta gets blown out. But this week, guys, I mean, they're going to be close games. They're going to be nail-biters. But this, in my mind, is the easiest one you could get because it's two great teams being the underdog. And I've already mentioned my Seattle Seahawks. I think that they're going to go into Pittsburgh and win. They've won big games. They go to New England, they win. They win big games all the time. I think they're going to be ready for that one. But more importantly, the Saints are underdogs going to the Rams. And I say, when you go on the road as the better team, it's usually 3.5. Yeah. Well, now they've actually made it only 1.5 for the Saints. So there's lots of belief there from other people, not just me, to bring that down, that Vegas only makes it 1.5 points. So take them on the line, though. So you're going to get plus 110. From that, you get like plus 190 from the Seahawks. You put that together, what do you get?
So two teams in here making you 412, making you 4 units. So we're betting 1 unit, get you back 4 units. So for us, that's $100 bet, get back 420. We think it's a pretty easy long shot bet this week. And two teams that are going to make the playoffs, possibly in their divisions, are underdogs. So how do you not take that as an advantage? Guys, I'm telling you, jump on that one. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So a big weekend. We're looking forward to a big weekend here. And as we say, go with the parlay experts here. We're going to make you money over the year, and you're going to have a big weekend at some point, and this is the one we think has a great opportunity to do that. So we'll be back next Saturday to bring you the following weekend. Unless we love a bet on Thursday as part of our parlays, we come to you with our regular Thursday show and include the whole weekend. So just look for each one of the shows, and we'll cover it one way or another for you.